Jin Wushu led an army of 500,000 and marched straight to the Central Plains. 1 month later, they arrived at Luan Prefecture, an important border town of the Song Dynasty. The famous general Liu Deng guarded Luan Prefecture, with only more than 5,000 men under his command. Although he used clever tactics to defeat the enemy's attacks several times, he was outnumbered and the city was broken by the Jin soldiers. He and his wife entrusted their 3-year-old son to the wet nurse and both committed suicide. Jishu respected Liu Deng as a loyal minister, so he buried the couple together, adopted his son as his adopted son, and sent him to Huanglong Mansion together with the wet nurse. Wuzhu led his troops to continue advancing southward, captured Liaocheng Pass and Hezhong Prefecture, and soon reached the Yellow River. Han Shizhong, the general of Liaocheng Pass, was demoted to a commoner by the court. Seeing this opportunity, Zhang Bangchang wanted to take the opportunity to eliminate his 2 political opponents, Li Gang and Zhong Zhe, and reported to Emperor Qinzong. In the current situation, only Li Gang and Zhong Zhe can repel the Jin army. Qinzong hurriedly issued an order, ordering Li Gang to be the Grand Marshal of Pingbei and Zhong Zhe to be the vanguard, leading 50,000 troops to the Yellow River to repel the enemy. While Zhong Zhe led his troops to the Yellow River, he sent someone to Tangyin to send a letter to Yue Fei, asking them to come to help. Unexpectedly, the temperature dropped sharply in recent days and the Yellow River froze. Before Zhong Zhe and his men arrived, the Jin soldiers had already crossed the river on ice and attacked Bianjing. When Zhong Zhe led his troops back to rescue, Wuzhu had already set up camp 20 miles away from the city, quietly observing the movements of the Southern Dynasty's monarch and ministers. Zhang Bangchang took the opportunity to exaggerate that the Jin soldiers were powerful and irresistible, and reported to Emperor Qinzong that Li Gang and Zhong Zhe had caused the Yellow River to fall before letting the Jin soldiers in. Emperor Qinzong then ordered Li and Zhong to be demoted to civilians. Zhang Bangchang also took the opportunity to offer Wuzhu gold, silver, treasures, beauties and royal relatives as hostages to make peace with the Jin kingdom. Emperor Qinzong had no choice but to comply. Zhang Bangchang met Wuzhu and said, "I am willing to work for the Jin kingdom. This plan of mine can make the Jin kingdom have enough money to seize the Song dynasty." Zhang Bangchang came back and reported to Emperor Qinzong. Jin Wushu asked Xiaozhou, the Prince of Kong, to be a hostage before he could withdraw his troops. The weak Emperor Qinzong sent Li Ruobing, the minister of the Ministry of Sales, and Qin Hui, the newly crowned champion, to accompany Zhang Bangchang to escort Prince Kong to the Jin camp. After Zhang Bangchang sent King Kong to the Jin camp, Jin Wushu was overjoyed. Zhang Bangchang said to Wushu, "Sending a prince is nothing, I want to send 2 emperors to the Wolf Lord." He returned to Bianjing and said to Emperors Hui and Qin, "Jin Wushu also wants the tablets of the previous emperors as hostages. We can't repel the enemy if we keep them, so we might as well do it." The 2 emperors believed it and were captured by the Jin soldiers when they were sending the tablets out of the city, and taken to Huanglong Mansion. The old Wolf Lord was very happy and asked the 2 emperors to dress up as dogs to humiliate them for fun. Li Ruobing protected the 2 emperors and pointed at the Wolf Lord and cursed. The old Wolf Lord was furious and ordered the warriors to chop off Li Ruobing's hands and cut off his tongue. Li Ruobing rushed forward and bit off one of the Wolf Lord's ears, and was chopped to death. The old Wolf Lord issued an order. "Take these 2 dog emperors of the Song dynasty back to Wugua city and imprison them in a trap, so that they can sit in the well and watch the sky." A few months later, Jin Wushu left Zhang Bangchang in Bianjing to rule the Central Plains on his behalf, and returned to Huanglongfu with the hostages of the Song dynasty. Seeing that King Kong was young and handsome, he adopted him as his son, and selected an old man named Cui Xiao to serve him. Cui Xiao was originally the general of Yanmen Pass of the Song dynasty. He was good at judging horses, and had been trapped in the Jin state for 18 years. Because he treated Jin Wushu's horse, he was kept by his side. Cui Xiao advised King Kong to find an opportunity to escape, and helped him choose a good horse and train it. One day, Ji Wushu took King Kong hunting, and he shot a big bird, which flew to the Yellow River with an arrow. Cui Xiao signaled King Kong to chase, and take the opportunity to cross the Yellow River and escape. King Kong hesitated, and Cui Xiao whipped the horse hard, and the horse carried King Kong, and jumped into the Yellow River, and floated across the Yellow River. Cui Xiao, I want to watch the heroes of our Song dynasty from the bottom of my 9 springs. He shouted to King Kong. Recover the central plains with your troops. Then he drew his sword and committed suicide. At this time Jin Jishu understood what was going on and was angry and resentful. King Kong escaped from the Jin camp and ascended the throne in the Hongqing Palace in Jinling. He changed Jinling to Nanjing, and his temple name was Emperor Gaozong. He changed the reign to Jianyan and saved the world. All the military governors and generals sent money and food to support him. Su Ren of Tangyin County personally collected 1,000 dan of rice and sent it to Nanjing. Marshal Wang asked him to invite Yue Fei to come out of retirement to help the country. County Magistrate Su went to Yu's house to announce the imperial edict for Yue Fei to go to Beijing to take up his post. Yue Fei asked his mother and wife to meet County Magistrate Su. His mother-in-law said, "The country is in danger. My son should remember the national justice and serve the country with loyalty. I will tattoo these 4 words on your back, and you must never forget them." Yue Fei exposed his upper body and knelt down to ask his mother to tattoo the words. With tears in her eyes, his mother-in-law tattooed the 4 words on Yue Fei's back, and then smeared vinegar ink to make it never fade. After Yue Fei stood up, he dressed and prepared to go to Beijing. At this time his eldest son Yun heard the news and ran back from outside, shouting, "Daddy, go to the battlefield to kill the enemy. Don't kill them all, leave some for me to kill." When Jin Wushu learned that King Kong had ascended the throne in Jinling, he was furious and ordered his elder brother Nianhan to lead 100,000 troops to cross the Yellow River and attack Jinling. Xiangzhou ordered Yue Fei to lead the front team, and Liu Yu to lead the second team to meet the enemy. Yue Fei won by surprise, annihilated more than 1,000 Jin soldiers and killed 2 great marshals of the Jin army. He killed Nianhan's main force and Ji Qing almost captured Nianhan alive. Who knew that Liu Yu would take the credit for the victory? When Zhang Sua knew about it, he was about to punish Liu Yu, but Chao Rong, the Yellow River garrison commander, leaked the news. Liu Yu took Chao Rong across the Yellow River and surrendered to Jin Wushu. Wushu thought, "How can Song Gaozong not perish if he uses these treacherous ministers? But Yue Fei is too powerful, and we must find a way to get rid of him." Yue Fei won merit in the first battle and was promoted to deputy marshal. After hearing the news, Tang Huai and other brothers rushed to Yue Fei's barracks, and the anti-Jin team became stronger and stronger. One day, Yue Fei's army came to Aihua Mountain. Seeing the steep mountain, he ordered his generals to set up an ambush and sent Ji Qing to fight, seeking defeat and luring the enemy. Ji Shu was indeed tricked and led more than 1,000 soldiers to chase Ji Qing. Just after passing Aihua Pass, there was a cannon sound, and Yue Fei led his troops to attack from all sides. Yue Fei fought with Jin Wushu for more than 100 rounds, drew out his silver mace, and hit Jin Wushu on the shoulder. Ji Shu fled in panic, and the Song army chased him for several miles, killing countless enemies. Wushu escaped alone, came to the Yellow River, and jumped on a small boat. The one who drove the boat was Ruan Liang, the son of Liangshan hero Ruan Shaoer. Yue Fei was about to build a boat to chase after him when he suddenly received an imperial edict ordering him to go to Taihu Lake to suppress Yang Hu. Yue Fei subdued Yang Hu and Yu Hualong and ordered them to join forces to fight against Jin. Jin Jishu divided his troops to attack Outong and Sishui passes. Jin Jia, the general guarding the pass, asked Yue Fei for help. At this time, Yue Fei had been promoted to the Grand Marshal of 5 provinces. He sent Niu Gao to rescue Outong Pass. Jin Jia prepared wine and food to comfort him. Niu Gao ate 48 bowls in a row. At this time Mo Lizzie, the front of the Jin army, came to challenge him. Niu Gao brought half a jar of wine out of the camp to fight. Seeing that the general was drunk, Mo Lizzie laughed and relaxed his vigilance. Unexpectedly, Niu Gao raised the jar of wine and drank half of the wine into his stomach. He waved drunkenly at Mo Lizzie, and when Mo Lizzie approached, he suddenly sprayed the wine in his mouth at him. Malizi was stunned, but Niu Gao suddenly whipped him in the head and killed him. Niu Gao shouted and led his troops to charge forward. The Jin soldiers were defeated. Jin Jia was moved and promised his aunt Qi Sayu to him. Niu Quan did not dare to agree because he was afraid of violating military orders. Yue Fei came to the pass and held a wedding banquet for his master. Yue Fei was about to march, but he received an order from Gaozong to march into Huguang to suppress Yang Mo. As soon as Yue Fei withdrew his troops, Jin Wushu took the opportunity to lead his troops south, crossed the Yangtze River, captured Jinling, and besieged the emperor and ministers on Nyoto Mountain. Yue Fei hurriedly led his troops back to rescue, captured Zhongbangchang as a sacrifice, and sent Liaocheng to fight. Liaocheng picked up 5 marshals of the Jin army with a spear. On this day he came to challenge again. The young foreign soldiers hurriedly informed Marshal Ha, and Ha Tailong shouted, "Push the iron pulley here." The foreign soldiers received the order and pushed the iron pulley over. Liaocheng saw it and said, "What is this?" He picked up his gun and lifted an iron pulley over his head. The others pushed it over one after another. "First, I can't get a cushion, and then I can get a ride." Shi Guang came and knocked Liaocheng to the ground, and he was crushed to death by the iron pulley. Later generations wrote a poem to mourn him. He sacrificed his life for the country and went to the battlefield, and his loyalty could fight for the sun and the moon. He died before the pulley was broken, and it was a pity that the general had a bad horse.